With us now, Catholic husband, Greg, part of the duo, Greg and Lizzie, just released their second album earlier this year, and Greg joining us now to talk about their music ministry and Dumb Ox Ministries. Thanks so much for being with us, Greg.
Hey, it's a joy to be here with y'all, Father and Kevin. How y'all doing today?
Excellent. Great. Where are you calling from? Skyping from?
From home, from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh,
so
excellent. Yeah. Love New Orleans. Maybe if you could tell us a little bit about your second album that you just came out with recently.
Yeah, absolutely. We just came out earlier this year with our second studio album. It's called Now That I Have Love. We're really excited about this album because it's a secular approach, but it's Catholic to the core, if that makes sense. So we're excited because no matter where you're coming from, you can understand it, you can approach it, that kind of thing. But the truths that we talk about, the things that we discuss, the topics are Catholic to the core. And what we're talking about in this album is love. You know, what we basically wanted to do, it's based on a quote from Father Pedro Arrupe, who says that love will decide everything. And so what we wanted to do was write songs about, like, what does it look like once you've discovered real love? What does it look like in different situations for love to be the thing that decides everything? So that's kind of a little snapshot of what the album's all about. So
great.
I got to ask you this now. Now, Kevin, as a married man, his wife Mary is a nurse, and we tried to get her in here to do segments, you know, but she's camera shy, I think, or something like that. But what's it like to work with your spouse, to work as a married couple? I'm curious.
I feel like this is a trick question.
No tricks.
No, in all seriousness, of course, you know, just like marriage, it's real, and it has real joys and real struggles. And one of the great things, one of the great joys of working together is that we get to do so many things, you know, so many different kinds of things, retreats, concerts, conferences, you know, moments with people one-on-one, that kind of thing. And we get to witness as best we can. We get to witness to the sacrament of Christian marriage together. So it's a real gift, honestly. So even if we do have different approaches, a lot of times we're opposites in most things. And so we have opposite approaches to most things, like songwriting, and so it makes it a lot of fun.
And maybe expand on that, too, if you could, Greg. You mentioned some of the retreats and some of the events, too, and maybe some of the other things you do through Dumb Ox Ministries. Could you tell us a little bit about some of the events?
Absolutely. We work with an organization here based in New Orleans called Dumb Ox Ministries. It's such a gift to work as part of a bigger community, as part of a bigger team, rather than just kind of like going out there on our own. And what Dumb Ox does is a lot of work to espouse the teachings of St. John Paul II on the theology of the body. And so our desire really is to help men and women understand, what does it mean to be made male and female in the image and likeness of God? What does it mean that it's not good to be alone? What does it mean to be made for communion, made for relationship, made to receive and give love? So those are some of the things that Dumb Ox does. One of the events that we're excited about right now is Lizzie and I are doing one-night Advent mission nights at parishes in different places across the country. So those are going to be nights with some of our original music, some music for the season, as well as like some time for prayer and reflection, that kind of thing. So
you have a great website, Greg, and I happen to have visited it a number of times, and a lot of information there about your upcoming events, your CDs, and about your ministry and your life together. And there's this one quote that I really like, and it's this: "This incomprehensible degree to which we are loved is what makes us, all of us, human, and what makes us Greg and Lizzie." And my question to you is, who wrote those words? Was it you or your wife?
Well, the way we usually work, I mentioned before that we're opposites in a lot of ways. The way we usually work is I write a bunch of things, and Lizzie says, "That's terrible," that kind of thing. She does the editing, so it's a little bit of both, honestly.
Okay.
But into that quote, into that story that we kind of tell on the website, it was a story that we kind of came up with together, you know, just to talk about what's this journey that God has had us on, and how is He calling us to share it with others, you know, so that people can really see, especially in a culture that it's not out in the open all the time. People can really see what Christian marriage is, what love is. So,
and if you could, Greg, where can people find out more about you, Lizzie, about upcoming events, and your music as well?
Yeah, gregandlizzy.com. It's just both of our names with and in the middle, gregandlizzy.com. From there, there's links to iTunes, to Facebook, to Twitter, Instagram, so that you can see kind of on a daily basis where we are and what we're up to. There's also links there for dumboxministries.com, and you can see sort of the community that we're working with in a larger way to espouse St. John Paul II's teachings. So.
Hey, by the way, if you stay on the line a little bit after the interview, you're going to see the brand new news desk. I encourage you to, don't hang up too quickly.
Awesome. I'll stick around.
Well, thanks so much, Greg, for being with us today, and we encourage people to check out gregandlizzy.com.
Thanks, Kevin. Thank you,
God bless.
Father.
Okay.
You too.
Bye-bye.